Hey, I'm super duper ultra busy. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite movies and yeah, between last weekend, next weekend, and also the weekend during my spring break and the 4 days afterwards, I have 4 short films lined up. 5. I have 5 short films lined up. So I'm not gonna be able to film too much YouTube when I have all these classes, club stuff, short films, work. I'm a busy guy, okay? But anyways, I'm busy, but I need to talk about some good cinema, which is why in this video I will be talking about Children of Men by Alfonso Cuarón. I actually briefly talked about this in my mini movie review a couple days ago, but I want to spend a longer time explaining why I love this movie so much. Now, Children of Men is a British film directed by Mexican director Alfonso Cuarón. At this point in time, Alfonso Cuarón is mostly well known for his Y Tu Mama Tambien, but even more so for Harry Potter 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban. So at this point, Alfonso Cuarón randomly directing a dystopian sci-fi thriller seems like a very random thing, but honestly, I think Alfonso Cuarón is probably the person most fit to direct something like this because of how immersive his films are and how much he wants to emphasize the immersion of his films. So, Children of Men is a film I've seen clips from like 6, 7 years ago. And I've been really, really wanting to watch Children of Men, but I've been holding off on it because I don't want to watch Children of Men on my laptop. If I want to see it, I want to see it on a big screen. So I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. Back in 2023, Children of Men actually got screened at Landmark Newark, I believe, and that was huge, except I wasn't in LA at that point. I was back in Hong Kong. And then a little bit earlier this year, Children of Men returned because the Egyptian theater, ran by the American Cinematheque, was going to screen Children of Men, except I'm busy that day. And also, because of the fires, it got postponed. So I was like, well, great. I already missed 2 chances to see Children of Men on a big screen. But I was lucky enough to find out that Brain Dead Studios from West Hollywood is also screening Children of Men in early February. And I thought I would be busy because that day I had to do location scouting for a short film because I'm always working on a short film. But the location scouting ended early, and I was like, you know what? I can go see Children of Men. So I took a bus for a whole hour all the way to West Hollywood just so that I could watch Children of Men. And is it worth it? Hell yes. This movie is everything I wanted it to be and more. When I saw clips of it, I thought it was going to be a very intense, thrilling journey through dystopian future Britain, and it's going to be very saddening and violent. And that's pretty much Children of Men, but it's even more than that. It has so much to say about humanity, politics, it has a lot to say about hope, finding happiness, finding joy in the worst dark times. And it is absolutely inspiring. And I think maybe it's because I saw it on a big screen. If I watched this film on a laptop, maybe it wouldn't have hit me as hard. And I think this is why I encourage everyone to watch movies on a big screen because it's so much more enjoyable on a big screen. But yeah, this is a commercial film, and I see that a lot of film critics, a lot of film scholars, a lot of 2000 IQ film connoisseurs, they tend to dislike these kinds of movies. You know, Children of Men. The thing is, Children of Men is commercial, and if a film critic likes a commercial film, usually it's like super, super mainstream, super convenient, and they'll call it cute and entertaining. But for a commercial film to be a little bit more serious, it insists upon itself. But I can't disagree more. I think Children of Men is what commercial cinema is supposed to be and I wrote a letterbox review, and I think my review is really good. I don't even need to, I can just read it off from my review. It's immediate, witty, attention-seeking, brash, and in your face, like the angry teenage boy in the family reunion. And a lot of art house cinephiles love the wise old grandparents whose films are restrained and nuanced. But yeah, they're great, but the angry teenage boy has all its charms as well. Children of Men is everything I wanted it to be. A journey through a fucked up world with only a droplet of hope dangling from Clive Owen's chin. Quaron drags us from location to location and never sidestepping or detouring once. Good men and women are sacrificed, and evilness constantly gains a upper hand. This is as much of an adventure film as Lord of the Rings, but it's gritty and dark and in the same lane as The Dark Knight, so automatically I already love the presentation of this film. Another huge feature that this film has is that it has a lot of long takes and handheld camera. In fact, every single shot is handheld, even two people sitting on the couch, Clive Owen and Michael Caine, just hanging around, just chatting, it's still handheld. And a lot of movies, a lot of film students especially, really abuse handheld shots because, if it's handheld, then it's gotta feel realistic and naturalistic, so I gotta do handheld. You don't get it though, do you? You don't get it. Okay, sure, handheld and long takes are immersive. They bring us into the movie. When I watch the scenes in Children of Men, I feel like I'm part of it. That's one thing. But the more important thing is that handheld shots and long takes are good because they scream at you and they're grabbing you by the shirt and saying that this is you. That these characters, they're suffering, they're crying, they're bleeding, they're screaming, but because we're participating in it and because the movie is, kind of close to reality, these long takes are essentially telling us that, hey, you will be like these characters in 2 years. So if you're making this very fantastical, abstract film with a lot of surreal imagery and you use long takes, fine, it looks good. But does it have the same effect as Children of Men? Not really. Which brings us to another point, and that is, this film, the story takes place in 2027. 2 years from now. Right now I'm reviewing it as 2025. And holy shit, it aged like fine wine because it's depicting a reality that feels like we are actually going to step into, where the country is torn apart by useless governments, bullshit laws, people are infertile. People cannot have children. The population number is going down, and suicide is commodified. The government is handing out suicide packets, and if it's America, you would probably have to pay for it. Imagine paying thousands of dollars so that you could die, which is probably going to happen soon. Who knows? We live in a terrible reality right now. So it's even more chilling than ever when I watch this film. So yeah, this is a great film. I highly recommend it. And 2006 is a solid year for movies. I mean, between this, Inland Empire, and Paprika, I really don't know which of the three is my favorite of 2006. But yeah, I'm giving Children of Men a 10 out of 10. Love it. Love, 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 love it. So, have you watched Children of Men? Comments below, let me know if you want more. Thanks for watching. Gotta go. Have class.